Some additional differences to the traditional point of view. 19. Einsteinian speed of light is not a constant of nature. The speed of light is not a constant. It is a regular physical quantity taking on a different value in any different state of matter-spirit. It reaches the Einsteinian value of approximately 300,000 km per second only in vacuum indeed. 20. Electrodynamics is not an independent description of nature. Electrodynamics is just an alternative expression of the single dynamical interaction in nature, the universal energy transfer. All electrodynamic physical quantities, if squared, are equivalent to specific dynamical quantities. For example, electric current squared is equivalent with dynamical force, electric charge squared, when multiplied with acceleration, is equivalent with energy, magnetic field squared is equivalent with the speed of light, or the electric field squared is equivalent with the cube of the speed of light. 21. Gravity is not a fundamental interaction of nature. Gravity is just a philosophical idea, a mathematical construction, an alternative expression of the dynamical origin of the universal energy transfer, the single real natural interaction. The gravity factor is not a constant. It is a regular physical quantity, a temporal change of acceleration. There is no gravitational action as long as the acceleration remains constant, as in a motion of a satellite around another body. The difficulty to recognize gravity as an alternative expression of the regular dynamical interaction was the erroneous value of Newton's gravitational constant, being calculated as 40 orders of magnitude lower than the universal value of the unified physics gravity factor. 22. Milky Way is not a galaxy at all. What we see across the night sky as an elongated streak of numerous shining objects is not our hypothetical mother galaxy but a cross-section of the two most powerful energy bridges of the cosmic hierarchy of our solar system, the bridges of levels 8, with its dimension of 295 million light-years, and 9, with its dimension of 3585 million light-years, connecting the Great Attractor to Sloan Great Attractor, and Sloan Great Attractor to its center of motion of the level 10, to be discovered by means of the next generation of telescopes, respectively. Both cosmic periods of the levels 8 and 9 are going to be finished soon, the first in 35 million years, in relation to 295 million years, and the second in 78 million years, in relation to 3,585 million years. Therefore we are looking already today almost directly along those two mighty energy bridges, seeing mainly a cross-section of them both. 23. Origin of life is not a long ago closed story. Life originates always and everywhere, when the average temperature of a fragment of our universe remains stable around its universal value of 244 degree Kelvin, or minus 29 degrees Celsius. In our case of the terrestrial life, such a fragment of the universe is the terrestrial tropopause, about 15 km to 30 km above our heads. The creation of life is never-ending story, and we all, together with all members of our cosmic hierarchy, are co-creators and designers of life on Earth. 24. An evolution to higher developed organisms is not an obligatory process. On the contrary to the traditional point of view, an evolution to higher developed organisms is not an obligatory process. There are known many forms of life on Earth, remaining on one and the same level of the evolution for many millions of years, without showing any tendency to finish the stagnation. The oceanic black smokers as well as stromatoliths are the most known examples. The evolution on Earth, from nanoviruses to human beings, is a really exceptional happening. It would be impossible without the unique series of occurrences, from the moon formation to the recent cosmic quantum jump of level 5, which culminated 6,739 years ago, 4,720 BCE. 25. Our own species is not a purpose of the evolution of life. Our species is the highest developed species of survivors of all natural processes of the cosmic hierarchy of our solar system. Those processes have accidentally forced the unique terrestrial evolution of the higher forms of organisms since the recent event of level 9 of this hierarchy. It culminated 3506,673 million years ago. Our predecessors were lucky many times during that long period of time. The probability to become extinct was many times higher than 90%. 26. The definition of nuclear and quarks quanta don't demand any nuclear force. All quanta of the quantum spectrum, including those of the levels of atomic nuclei and quarks, have been defined in our unique unified way. The single natural interaction is an energy transfer. It means a flux of the circulating and pulsating quanta of matter-spirit. No special force is necessary in order to describe atomic nuclear and quarks quanta. The speed of light inside of atomic nuclei is 100 times higher than the Einsteinian speed of light in vacuum, and this speed in quarks is still 100 times higher. Nuclear engineering has to accept those differences for a safe work with nuclear matter. 27. Massless particles like the traditional photons cannot exist in our universe. All quanta of our universe have their physical properties derived from the universal creative potential. None of them is independent of each others. Therefore none of them can be considered equal to zero, neither mass nor the electric charge, nor the magnetic field, if the quantum has to really exist.